the system is the first mansion worlds that we wake up to after this life. Okay, say we don't fuse here. Ha ha. That was supposed to be a joke.
Actually, Ellen said, boy, that would really cause a lot of problems for us because now we have proof.
That would ruin the whole thing.
What kind of fun would that be, right? I mean, this is the finest moment of my entire life, right this very minute, right here. It doesn't get any better than this. That's the way I kind of look at it.
Yes, it does.
We have 570 progressions of our bodies that we will wake up to and be able to live with, and that Jesus actually went through them from the moment of his death when he was here before he ascended. Anyway, none of this is like waking up in the first mansion world and getting to see our pals and our friends. Thank you guys for giving me this first opportunity to speak to in public, in front of people and stuff. Thank you.
Now the adorable thing is that when I went to study, to look into this, into the constellations, there are 7, count them, 7 lovely things we will learn while we're there, and it was just delightful. What they're saying about the constellations is the physical endowment of Urantia and its surrounding spheres is well nigh perfect. Now, they could hardly equal the spiritual grandeur of the spheres of Salvington, but they far surpass the glories of the training worlds of Jerusalem. Now, the time spent on the 70 training worlds of transition, morontia culture, which is the next step, this transition of morontia culture associated with the Urantia age of mortal ascension, is the most settled period in an ascending mortal's career. So while you are rekeyed each time you pass from one major cultural world to another, you will retain the same morontia body, and there are no periods of personality unconsciousness. Your sojourn on Urantia during the constellation phase and its associated spheres will be chiefly occupied with the mastery of group ethics. This entire time we'll be learning to play well with others. I thought I had that down already. Well, there's a lot to it. It is about the secret of pleasant and profitable interrelationship between the various universe and super-universe orders of intelligent personalities. So I immediately see the bar scene in that first Star Wars. You know, ding, 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 and there's all these different kinds of creatures and cultures coming together, and the kind of dynamics and chemistry that that's going to bring into play it's so fascinating to even try to contemplate. So on the mansion worlds, you completed the unification of the evolving mortal personality. On the system capital, you attained Jerusalem citizenship and achieved the willingness to submit the self to the disciplines of group activities and coordinated undertakings. But now, on the constellation training worlds, you are to achieve the real socialization of your evolving morontia personality. This supernal cultural acquirement consists in learning how to, 1, live happily and work effectively with 10 diverse fellow morontians, while 10 such groups are associated in companies of 100 and then federated in corps of 1,000. 2, abide joyfully and cooperate heartily with 10 Univitatia, who, though similar intellectually to morontia beings, are very different in every other way. That'll be fascinating. And then, must you function with this group? 3, achieve simultaneous adjustment to both fellow morontians and these host Vitatia, Univitatia. Acquire the ability voluntarily and effectively to cooperate with your own order of beings in close working association with a somewhat dissimilar group. 4, while thus socially functioning with beings like and unlike yourself, achieve intellectual harmony with and make vocational adjustments to both groups. 5, while attaining satisfactory socialization. 6, adjust all these various socializing techniques to the furtherance of the progressive coordination of the Paradise Ascension career. 7. Then climax all these procedures into multi-socialization with the concurrent enhancement of spiritual insight. As ascending mortals, you will enjoy your sojourn on the progress worlds of Urantia, but you will not experience that personal thrill of satisfaction which characterizes your initial contact with universe affairs on the system headquarters, or your farewell touch with these realities on the final worlds of the universe capital.
But in lieu of Janice, we have Dave, one of our readers from Washington. Come on, Dave. 5 minutes.
Salvington, the capital of Nevadon, your local universe, is surrounded by 10 university clusters of 49 spheres each. Hereon is man spiritualized, following his constellation, socialization, is the common meeting ground for all beings who are engaged in educating and spiritualizing the ascending mortals of time and space. To an ascender, this world is probably the most interesting place in all Nevadon. All evolutionary mortals who graduate from their constellation training are destined to land on Melchizedek, where they are initiated into the regime of the disciplines and spirit progression of the Salvington education system. And never will you forget your reactions to the first day of life on this unique world, not even after you have reached your paradise destination, or pursuing their training on the 6 encircling planets of specialized education. And the same method is adhered to throughout their sojourn on this 70 cultural worlds, the primary spheres of the Salvington circuit. Many diverse activities occupy this time of the numerous beings who reside on the 6 tributary worlds of the Melchizedek sphere. But as concerns the ascending mortals, these satellites are devoted to the following special phases of study. 1. Sphere number 1 is occupied with the review of the initial planetary life of the ascending mortals. 3. The review of this sphere pertains to the sojourn on the capital of the local system and embrace the activities of the remainder of the architectural worlds of the system headquarters. 6. The time on sphere number 6 is devoted to attempt to correct these 5 epochs and thus achieve coordination of experience preparatory to entering Melchizedek primary schools of university training.
The minor sector, Jim?
The minor sector is our first experience as first stage spirits, and the work of the pilgrims of the time on the world surrounding a major sector headquarters is chiefly of an intellectual nature, in contrast with the more physical and material character of the training on the 7 educational spheres of a minor sector, and with the spiritual undertakings on the 490 university worlds of a super universe headquarters. The rotational center of your minor sector is situated far away in the enormous and dense star cloud of Sagittarius, around which your local universe and its associated creations all move, and from opposite sides of the vast Sagittarius subgalactic system, you may observe 2 great streams of star clouds emerging in stupendous stellar coils. Minor sector headquarters worlds are the grand rendezvous of the master physical controllers. These headquarters worlds are surrounded by the 7 instruction spheres which constitute the entrance school of the super universe and are centers of training for physical administrative knowledge concerning the universe of universes. I guess that makes it all very physical studies at the minor sector. Each minor sector embraces as many as 100 local universes, 10,000 constellations, 1 million systems, or about 1 billion inhabitable worlds. On these worlds, ascending mortals carry on studies and experiments having to do with an examination of the activities of the 3rd order of the supreme power centers. In ascending to Uversa, you will pass through only one group of minor sector training spheres.
So enjoy it.
That's about it.